What's up, brand builders? Stephen Hurahan here at BrandMasterAcademy.com, and in this video you're going to learn 6 sales tips to get more clients so you can understand what influences your prospects to say yes but without any pressure. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to build brands that go beyond the visuals and the logo using strategy, psychology, and creative thinking, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to fast track your results, make sure you grab the Pro Brand Strategy Blueprint. It's a free download and the link is in the description. Now, if you're like most people, you probably hate sales. I'm the same, regardless which side I'm on. If I get a cold call, then my defenses go up because I don't like those sales calls. Or if I'm speaking with a client, I might feel awkward as well if I feel that I'm trying too hard to convert them, or if they're not responding the way I want them to respond. I just don't like that awkward sales call. And whether you hate it or not is irrelevant. If you own a business, it's now part of your job. Those sales are part of your job, because without those sales, a business dies. It's as simple as that. Now, with all that being said, sales doesn't have to be so sleazy. You don't have to feel like you're a high pressure salesperson. And when you shift the perspective from selling to actually helping people, when you shift that perspective in your own mind that you're not selling, you're actually helping, then it can change your approach as well. And the nature of that call changes as well. And the key to this approach is confidence. It's confidence in your offer. If you know that the market is full of low quality operators and they're going to hinder your prospect, not help them. If you know that all of these operators are out there, and if they come across them, then their progress is going to be halted. That gives you the confidence that you can help them to avoid that road. Now, making that mind shift has to be the first step. But once you do that, once you make that mindset shift, then it's all about applying techniques that work. And in this video, I want to show you 6 of my favorite techniques when it comes to converting my prospects into clients. Now, before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and the notification bell will let you know when I have new videos just like this. Number 1, focus on the outcome. Now, amateurs tend to focus on features. So as an example, when it comes to brand identity design, the amateurs will talk about the logo and the typography and the image style, etc. Average sellers will focus more on the benefits. So they might say something along the lines of, you'll get a bank of flexible assets to communicate your brand. But pros focus on the outcome. So here we're talking more along the lines of a seamless brand experience across all touch points. So the difference there is in the outcome. You want to focus on that outcome and not focus on the features or the benefits. Number 2, fortune favors the brave. Now, to build a system to convert low-paying clients takes the same amount of time and effort and management as it does to build a system to convert high-paying clients. Again, here it's all about the confidence in your product, and that is a big role here. You need to have that confidence, but once you do, then you can go out there and be brave. You don't have to settle for those low-paying clients, so be brave and go after bigger fish. Number 3, balance the budget question. Now, this is a big one, and there are many schools of thought when it comes to the conversation of budget that you have with your client. One is that you tackle it immediately. You don't waste any time, but I don't find that that's the best approach. If you jump straight into what's your budget and talking about money before you've taken the time to really nurture that conversation, to nurture that relationship, then you're not going to get the response that you're hoping for. So again, in my experience, this is a sensitive question. It's like asking somebody a personal question before getting to know them. And if you do come out in that first minute or two asking about that budget, as I said, you're not going to get that response that you're hoping for because you haven't taken the time to nurture that conversation. So that said, you don't want to spend too much time on the phone either. You don't want to spend an hour before getting to that elephant in the room. You want to talk about price, but again, you have to focus on that balance. You need to have a balance before you jump into what their budget is. And I find around about the 15-minute mark is a good balance. Number 4, earn trust with curiosity. Now, we tend to earn trust when we're able to demonstrate expertise. If your prospect feels that you are an expert, they feel that they're in good hands. And many people think that in order to demonstrate expertise, you need to give advice and tell the client what they need to do, but that's not true. If you just take the time to control the conversation using questions, that doesn't just tell your prospect that you're an expert, and it doesn't just demonstrate that you have authority. It makes your prospect feel that you really want to understand them, and that leads to a double serving of trust. Tip number 5, show systematized processes. Now, once you've earned that trust, they'll be more open to your perspective. So demonstrating that you understand the problem is really, really important. It's a really important step to earn that trust. But once you've done that, you need to demonstrate that you have a process and a system to take them through that will address their problem and provide them with the outcome that they're after. And step number 6, make it easy to say yes. Now, chances are you have a great service that doesn't come cheaply. Maybe you offer brand strategy at $10,000, $20,000 or $50,000 and above. Now, this isn't pocket change. We don't make big decisions like that on a whim. Would you ask somebody to marry you if you just met them? You wouldn't. And if you did, they'd probably go running if they had any sense. So you need to create an offer that represents a low commitment and allows them to take the first step that leads to your core offer. The easier you make that first step on them, the more likely they are to say yes. Now, as I mentioned earlier, sales is not everybody's cup of tea. It's easy to be intimidated and you want to distance yourself from those awkward conversations. But if you own a business, you are the guardian of that business, and it is your job to provide that business with what it needs to survive. And that is sales. Sales are the lifeblood of any business. So shift your perspective from selling to helping and build confidence in the product that you offer, and get better at showing your prospects that you have a solution that they're after. Now, if you do offer brand strategy services and you'd like to learn how to attract more clients who value strategy, then this video will help you out. Until next time, brand like a master, and I'll see you in the next video.